course, he holds the Major League mark for consecutive games with a hit, 56. Formerly an outfielder with the Yankees, number 5, Mickey Clipper, Joe DiMaggio. From the Mets and the Phillies, welcome number 45, Tug McGraw.
We lost, that was pretty exciting. And then 72, the All-Star game, and then getting traded to Philadelphia and being a part of some of their accomplishments. But 69, they say the first one's always the best, so I don't know. I would be reluctant to say that, but you can't be any more thrilled than we were at that time. Again, and I said, Gil, well, you know more about baseball than I do. If you think that's the job that I should do on this ball club, then I'll do it. Mm-hmm. And he told me that I could make a better contribution to the team. He said I could have a better career and I'd make more money. And what else criteria do you need?
And even though you know that you're not anywhere close to what you used to be, but the adrenaline starts flowing, the excitement's there for you. You hope to get a base hit and you don't foul off the ball game.
This is the Mad Hungarian of 96 Rock, KSHE Radio in St. Louis. But when I'm in Buffalo and I want to rock and roll, it's on 97 Rock.
A bunch of has-beens and never-will-be's. I mean, that's what they had. They were trying to, early on in the franchise, 63 to 65 or so, they were really trying to bring back some of the older guys that had some appeal in New York. And to me, they weren't at all committed towards anything respectable like winning, really, till after that period of time. And I think later on, when they got Hodges there, and you could see the organization building with talent. Whitey Herzog was handling the minor league system. And, shoot, we had ability down there, and the team started to come together, and it came together rather quickly.
What was it like? Inning home run off Ralph Terry. They brought the Pirates their first World Championship in 35 years. Known as the quickest hand in the pivot on the double play. From the Pirates, number 9, Bill Mazeroski.
What was in your mind as the ball sealed over the fence after you hit the 1-0 offering? Ralph Terry says a high slider.
Yeah, he had said that. I thought it was a fastball, but it didn't slide too much. When I hit it, I didn't know your shoes on. I knew it would be over Yogi's head in left field. I didn't think he was going to catch it, but I didn't know if I had enough to get it out. And when I was going into second, I saw the umpire giving it home run signal and heard the fans screaming. All I could think about is we beat the Yankees. We beat them. After they came back and tied it up, it looked pretty bleak.
Wasn't that a typical way Pittsburgh won the game that year?
We won a lot of games that year in the last 3 bats in the last 7th, 8th, and 9th innings. We were down, we came back many, many times. I don't know, 40-some times, I think. That's to come from behind the win a lot of ball games.
Jimmy, how you doing? You miss a place like Forbes Field.
I miss all the old ballparks. I think the old ballparks had a lot of a lot of history, and they all had something a little bit different, a short left field, a short right fielder, a wall here that bent, and something that made things interesting, and how far some people hit the ball, and it had a lot of history in the ballparks.
Well, Johnny Hoffman, the writer, gave me that name, and he called me Butterhoof. I got a million of them. I don't know. I always say, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never harm me.
That's right. That's right. Now, why would such an outstanding individual and the ball player that you were be tagged with a nickname, Old Ace and Pace?
Well, you see, when I played with the White Sox, we just had nothing to play and had to play hurt all the time. See, I broke my leg in last day before the spring training, played 94 ball games, and then I get hurt. I had 17 stitches up the back of my leg, and I played every day, and all those stitches broke out.
Wow,
one time against Kansas City in a 4-game series against Kansas City. I think I started it off with 11 RBIs in a doubleheader and 3 home runs, and I did that 3 times in a game. But I think in that whole series, I drove in something like 16 runs in a 4-game series, something like that. So that was a pretty good streak right there. It's kind of hard to remember. I remember being hot and catching on fire, but nothing nothing really spectacular.
The killer, Harmon Killebrew.
I don't know if you know, ESPN is bringing back the old show, Home Run Derby.
Aaron was the guy that won all the money on that show. I won the most games. I remember hitting against Rocky Colavino, and I think Mays beat me in the bottom of the ninth. I beat Becky Mantle in the game, so it was a lot of fun a long time ago, and I'm glad to see bringing it back.
1950. Old Wrigley.
Quite a different time.
Is the game different today?
Not per se, no. The equipment is different. You got big gloves. I don't see how they can miss the ball today. And then they shouldn't have that big glove. But the only thing I would say is different today, the ball player is probably in better condition, and they're making a lot more money. The talent may not be there, but there's a lot more money being made.
Are the umpires too these days?
Oh, no umpire, no. The umpires are necessary evils. We're out there because we have to be out there. Nobody appreciates you, and we know that. As an umpire, you know that. And you ride with the punches, you know. You're not going to satisfy. You get 50,000 people playing. You're not going to satisfy them. You got 50 ball players, 25 on each side. You're going to satisfy one team, maybe not the other team. And who cares?
Points, and I think probably has some bad points to it. The good point is that if a guy's pitching a real good ball game and he's 1-1, he doesn't get pinched hit for and doesn't get a chance maybe not to win the ball game, he's in there for a little bit longer. The bad part is probably the strategy changes some, and you don't have to think about it a whole lot of who you're going to pinch hit for the pitcher and get your team prepared for whatever's going to come in the later innings.
61. And the all-time Yankees leader in games, innings, wins, strikeouts, shutouts, and earned run average. He was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1974. From the New York Yankees, number 16, the chairman of the board, Ed Whitey Ford.
He was my manager in the minor leagues, Joe Buell, Kansas City. Joe had a meeting opening day 1950 in Kansas City. We had Johnny Mize was there, Billy Martin, Porterfield, Spec Shea, Cooper Dead, all on the team in 50. They were there at some time the first time. So Joe Buell gets up to the first game before our opening day and says, "This is the centennial year of Kansas City. Let's win 100 games for the fans." The last day of the season, we lost the I wasn't with them. They lost the doubleheader to lose 100.
That was Joe Buell's speech.
Yeah, I know, 100 games.
15th on the all-time home run list. His player's also the Pirates' all-time home run and RBI leader. Formerly of the Pirates, number 8, Willie Stargell. He owns fielding records too numerous to list, save one. The highest career fielding percentage for any third baseman ever. He became only the 14th player in the history of the game to be voted into the Hall of Fame in his first year of eligibility. For the Baltimore Orioles, number 5, Brooks Robinson.
You on our team. Well, of course, he still has that big record, 56 straight games, hit in every one of them, and the Yankee Clipper got a standing ovation before the sellout crowd. The old-timers game at Pilot Field tonight. Now, Phil Niekro pitching against Bill Freehan, and watch this. The National League, Don Kessinger. Will it be a double play? Goes into the hole, over to Bill Mazeroski, on to Willie Stargell for the DP. Bill Freehan coming up later with a drive to center. Ron Swoboda won't get that one. The run scorer in the AL takes the lead. Do you love Al Raboski, the mad Hungarian? And a mad, wild pitch there to Willie Horton. AL was leading 7-6. Bobby Shantz pitching, and Tug McGraw came to bat in the 5th and final inning, and look at here. A single. Johnny Logan scores to tie it. Hal Lanier comes on to win it. The Nationals win it 8-7. McGraw gets the victory, and a great time was had by all.